We needed to find a vehicle whereby women's giving was valued in the same way that men's giving was valued.
A handful of women had the foresight and the energy to get this group started.
The notion that there's a group that's behind you, backing you to take the risks, to be successful at whatever you are attempting to do was a really powerful message.
And I feel as though that giving back to UCLA is extremely important.
When I came to the United States, I didn't have a checkbook. I had never written a check in my life. And now I'm a philanthropist.
Celebrating 20 years of women in philanthropy. In order to take a look back at the last 20 years, we need to go back a little further and trace the roots of philanthropy to when George Washington endowed Liberty Hall Academy with $20,000, saving it from insolvency. At the time, it was the largest donation ever given to an institution of higher learning. In fact, Washington would go on to sign his letters, "Philanthropically yours." Clear across the country, and about 120 years later, another institution of higher learning broke ground in a little town called Westwood. In 1931, Louise Kirchhoff followed in Washington's footsteps and gave $815,000 in memory of her late husband for the construction of a student union. It was aptly named Kirchhoff Hall, and at the time was the single largest donation ever given to UCLA by an individual. Throughout its history, women have made significant achievements and contributions to UCLA, so it would seem only natural that a handful of women would continue on that path.
Our goal was to have the possibility of a critical mass of women involved at the decision-making level on boards around campus.
20 years ago, when we first started, women were not seen as givers in their own right, and they were not acknowledged as givers in their own right.
If I gave a gift, my husband might have been thanked for it. So that didn't work very well.
Now we, in our own right, are recognized as being the direct donors.
And those donations were needed more than ever.
As the state invests less money in education, we need to look to both private enterprises and private individuals.
Women knew that they had so much to give and that they could give in ways where they would have a unique kind of impact.
$160 million is a very significant figure. But to me, what's even more significant is the number of programs around campus that money has funded.
Each member decides which areas of the campus her gift will support. Many focus on the fields of STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, which are of critical importance to young women.
Those are really important for the next generations of women, and typically women have been discouraged from those fields.
Certainly young women coming into the sciences today, if they look around, most of the role models that they have are men.
The sense was you can be a low-level engineer, but you're never going to rise into the ranks of leadership.
Andrea Ghez credits her career to the women who have donated to her department.
The resources that they've supplied for me have allowed me to do things that I just couldn't have done otherwise.
Many members support the medical division. Tricia Gray has contributed to Dr. Gary Small in the UCLA Longevity Center for over 10 years.
She really liked the work we were doing. It really resonated with her and her interests and had personal meaning. That kind of personal commitment makes a difference, not just for our friends and supporters in the community, but for our programs too.
With the cost of tuition skyrocketing, the women wanted to give those who may not be able to enroll at UCLA a chance to attend.
When you look at the population of UCLA undergraduates, many come from families that just don't earn very much money.
Many of our members have started scholarship funds and have donated a significant amount of money to their areas of choice.
Women's gymnastics coach Valerie Condos Field is thankful for those scholarships, but only looks to recruit those women who want to be challenged both athletically and academically.
Those challenges can be daunting and overwhelming, and our student athletes look at them as fun and inspiring and challenging.
And being a part of this program not only helped my gymnastics, but me to learn a lot of life lessons outside the gym as well.
Other members have given to the arts. Choreographer and dancer Bryn Shiovitz applied for a scholarship offered by Elaine Crown Klein.
She phoned me to tell me that I had won this scholarship and then had a luncheon for all of her recipients, and she's just a lovely woman. I think it's great if it gives students an opportunity to really pursue their dreams. It's fantastic.
You don't need a large organization. You need a few committed, dynamic leaders, and that's what it started with.
I don't think anybody in their wildest dreams thought we would be as successful as we have been in 20 years.
We want to mentor the next generation. We want to provide opportunities for the next generation of women to be leaders, while still recognizing and engaging all of the women who have made this organization what it is today.
From having been men in suits, you now have a group of women that are very, very powerful here.
Over the past 20 years, the women of Women in Philanthropy have contributed towards hundreds of scholarships, donated over $160 million, and impacted the lives of thousands of individuals throughout the UCLA community.
The quality of life on a day-to-day basis has changed dramatically because of the donations that we have gotten.
Thank you for being great role models and setting a very high standard for us to follow.
I'm really grateful for what I've received from Elaine Crown Klein, and it really, really does make a difference.
We really appreciate your tremendous efforts, your giving of your time, of your resources.
They took a huge risk in me early on in my career when I was a complete unknown, and allowed me to achieve this. I really feel like they're part of the team.
Never in my life would have imagined that I would get so much out of it.
I hope the Women in Philanthropy enjoy their 20th anniversary, and I hope they have 20 more years of great success.
Congratulations on 20 years of having a huge impact on this campus. And I'm almost going to cry here, and I want to say thank you, and the opportunity to greet and meet and touch every single woman in this organization has really enriched my life.